Hey everybody, I'm Tyler from Ketogains. So Luis and I actually started training people about 3.5 years ago. There was just a real missing element in the keto community for people that wanted to do resistance exercise.
Okay.
There's a really good set of data for people that were doing endurance activities and that sort of thing, but for those of us that like to lift heavy things and throw stuff and that sort of thing, the data really wasn't there, and there weren't a whole lot of people teaching and coaching folks how to do it because there are some modifications and things that need to happen. And the community's grown to the point where we coach about 600 people at any point in time right now. We have several coaches that work with us and for us. Community's about 125,000 people or so right now. So
wow, that's amazing.
It's a bunch.
So people are really interested. And your own personal story, you started exercising.
I started 12 years ago. I mean, I exercised when I was a power lifter when I was in high school and younger than that. Decided I really like pizza and vodka a lot, not so much together, but one and then the other. And had gotten up to 505 pounds, and so through diet and exercise, lost 300 pounds, and I've maintained about 10 pounds either side of that number for the last 2.5 years or so. And so Luis actually comes from a background of being an overweight child and then an anorexic college kid. Actually weighed, just if you can imagine this at his frame, about 110 pounds or so at his smallest, and has built all of this back up from just resistance training while keto. So it really is just, I'm a contrarian by nature, and when you tell me you can't do a thing while eating this way, it's just my nature to go hold my beer and watch this. So yeah.
And I like your sense of humor, and you're here at Low Carb Denver.
We are here at Low Carb Denver. We are kind of leading a movement seminar and working with people to just. Nobody wants to sit for 8 hours and not get up and do something.
Right.
Even if it's go eat. But if you don't want to eat lunch, then you can come join us. And we roll around on the floor and plank and push up and just kind of modify workouts so that it's something you can take with you.
Okay.
So when you go back to a hotel room, or if you're in the car on an airplane all the time and you don't have access to a gym, you can still get a good workout and you can still feel accomplished and like you did something that day in terms of physical movement. And there's a lot of evidence that indicates when you do that early in the morning, the rest of the day is substantially more productive also. So all the time, if you really want to dial it in for that 8 o'clock meeting, get up at 5:30 and do some exercise.
I have found that to be true for myself, most certainly. So how can people reach you at Ketogains.com?
So Ketogains.com is the website. The Facebook community, like I said, it's a pretty large one. So Ketogains is out there in Facebook, on Reddit. I will say this, be pretty thick-skinned if you're on Reddit, but that's a pretty general statement for Reddit in general. Facebook community is there. The social media is all at Ketogains, so find us there. Pretty responsive, so ask us questions.
All right,
let us
sounds
help.
good.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.